Okay, I am returning for another episode of Lethal Weapon. I've got 4 under my belt. Episode 2 is still in the middle of copyright dispute, waiting for that to expire. Warner Brothers released the claim on it pretty much immediately after I filed the dispute because their system just must do an automatic thing. But there are other disputes right now related to music that was playing in the episode during a very, short segment of when I was watching. So I'm waiting for that to go ahead and be released before I will make that go public. And I've got 2 other episodes under my belt beyond that. And so I'm going to work on episode 5. It's called Spilt Milk. I don't remember what the synopsis was, but let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Are you? Are you really?
Do you have anything to drink?
Sure.
That guy looks familiar. Sorry.
Do you have anything to drink?
Sure.
Is that guy, he looks familiar to me, you guys. That's going to bug me. Is he the dude who played in the first season of True Blood? Which I only watched because I had listened to the book. And I could only take but so much of Sookie Stackhouse or whatever the heck her name is. The audiobook was annoying to the character and the narrator, so I walked away from that series completely. But he looks like the guy who played, I can't remember what the character's name was, Renee or something like that, French, like from down there, New Orleans area. What do they got? Creole, maybe? I can't remember, but that looks like him. I might be wrong. All right, sorry about that. Get back to it. What's it gonna do?
Milk,
Place?
please.
Milk?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up with him?
Wayne would react if something like this were to happen. Ah! Oh, man, I bet you'd be kicking.
Oh, Lord. He doesn't take
You got a lot of
very
really
well,
nice stuff
does he?
here.
Gonna take the milk? The half and half? Okay.
Oh, now stop dancing. Stop.
I got a little too lucky.
Yep.
She let him.
Did you let me win?
She has school.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
How could he not know this was a school and work day? What? What? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why he tucks one pant leg into the boot and not the other. He doesn't tell me anything.
Okay.
All
Where
that's
is he up
missing is
on the
the
top of the building? Right? Oh, God.
You take ex-SEAL running around the city wreaking havoc.
You mean 2 of them?
Mm-hmm. He is a hot mess.
Getting guys like Jackson to open up is like pulling teeth.
So you're more of a dentist than a psychiatrist.
Oh, my gosh. What a corny
My
joke.
wife loves these.
Down. I think we need security.
No, sorry, this is just take a second.
Okay.
Responder said the car he stole is still in the parking lot.
Get there.
So I guess those people are going to be regulars now, regular side characters. They showed up in the previous episode, and the guy had shown up in maybe the first, maybe the pilot. I can't remember. He'd been in one of the earlier ones.
I'll just hang back.
Riggs, take my vest.
If he's gonna kill me, headshot will do. Watch the front.
And I'm gonna watch the front.
Okay. Oh. I hope that guy didn't get hurt. Gonna go get a beer, something to drink.
Stay back.
Watch him do that. Okay, I was expecting him to get a beer. I mean, it seems like something he would do, What is it with this guy and milk? Is it he just likes milk or needs it for his stomach?
You serve.
Something's going on with his
Easy day was
stomach.
yesterday.
Okay.
What's the mission?
Uh-oh.
How the hell did he do that?
He's crazier than I am.
That's pretty crazy, right? Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't jump after him.
Me too.
I was actually thinking the same thing. It's like, what held him back? Why didn't he? Because it seems to me like it'd be something he would do.
Hey, Blackula, catch you napping under jar?
Just keeping it clean for you.
Okay. I wonder if this is something that the military is giving them. And maybe he's trying to figure out what it is. Just speculating. I have no clue yet. Oh, her. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to think, who, what lawyer?
So I think if we do that,
It's got to be her, right?
See his wife at work, late, with another man.
Oh, gosh.
Homicide. See a lot of dead bodies.
You feel a little threatened.
No, I'm not going to stand for this, Trish. This ain't going down. Not on my watch.
Listen.
He's probably like gay or something. No friend at all.
You're sitting at your desk. You can't see me. He got to go, Trish.
No.
I want him fired tonight.
Oh, gosh.
I'll see you later tonight, baby.
I'm the baby she talking about. Remember that.
Oh, my gosh. Way over the top. Come on.
Why don't you just receive it as it's being
What is it that I'm receiving?
Detectives. Professor, do you two need a minute?
Is that Yancy Butler? That looks like her. I
Look
don't
at
remember
that.
seeing her name on the credits,
Views
but
of the whole
that
city.
doesn't mean
And a
anything.
company will afford all that.
Is someone going to end up in the
We do
pool
well.
later?
He's a little dead right now.
Okay. See, so when the first time it showed him, I wondered if something was the dude on the table, obviously, the dead guy. I wondered if something was up with him. Because a lot of times, some of the very first people they introduce you to, well, obviously, I mean, they introduce you to the bad guy early on. You just don't know it at the time. But when I first saw him, I thought, I wonder if he's somehow involved in what's going on. Now he's dead. So who knows? The guy may have killed him, or maybe the other people that's involved in what's going on may have killed him. So we'll find out.
9mm shell casing was recovered at the
That's the
scene.
autopsy
consistent
stuff. I
with
was
the
like, what
injury.
is that on him?
Jackson is still out there. He's unhinged and
It's easy to
dangerous. We need to
plant.
go public on this
I mean,
now.
he was
I
a
wouldn't do
soldier.
that. Silent partner. What do you think?
He's going to side with him.
I think you're too close to this. We need to find Jackson.
Then you realize you can't move, can't take a leak, can't talk. Just sitting there waiting,
Yeah, that would be
staring through the optics.
miserable. Is he going to screw it up?
No, I'll tell you, you look.
Tell her my dying words. She cannot remarry. She has to die alone. And tell her that she has to fire Desmond. Wait,
guy.
don't tell her now. Wait till I'm dead. Where you going? What are you doing?
Who's Desmond?
Sky.
Wise men don't jump off buildings.
Yeah. She's so short
The entire
beside
bomb
him.
squad.
What mission?
We're too late.
Too late for what?
You know, crying in Desmond's arms after you're gone. Don't bring up Desmond. You brought up Desmond the other day.
Take it easy. You're gonna be.
My bad, sir. Look,
So
I just
don't
got a
leave
call
him
from
there.
Riggs, and I don't know if he's kidding. He's asking for backup.
Send everyone. SWAT, hostage negotiators, everyone.
Because, you know, when he calls for backup, it's bad, right? I thought he was going to leave him behind in the elevator.
You promised me I could take you
we're
in
gonna
after
kill
your
him.
mission was done.
We got a little problem. A round hit the detonator.
That's a large problem.
Of course. Down the elevator stuff?
That's how good a shot you really are. Come on, Riggs.
What did I tell you? Oh, Lord. Oh, you guys, that brought back terrible memories of 9/11. This is completely off topic, but on 9/11, at some point later in the day, I was watching Spanish language TV, and they don't mess around, you guys. They show all the nasty stuff. And they were showing close-up shots of people jumping off the buildings. Not them, you know, when they hit the ground, but close-up shots of them jumping off the building. And I remember very clearly one of the people that jumped off, and she was in like a dress or a top and a skirt. And when she fell, as she was falling, her scarf came, like she had like a scarf or something, and it came away from her body and floated above her as she was falling down. That just like flashed into my head as soon as I saw that. But that aside, this is ridiculous. I mean, I knew someone was going to end up jumping into the pool. I just had that feeling. But they're so far up there. What if they missed? I mean, the chances... The stunts in here are a little bit over the top. Not just a little bit. They're way over the top. It kind of is... It's like, okay. That whole stunt, I mean... They could have shot out the window, thrown the bag out, and shot it from inside the building. I'm just sitting here thinking about how absolutely over the top that stunt was. I can't get over that. But I predicted it. I knew something like that was going to happen. She's going to be nice.
So your boy Salazar.
Well, you try to apologize to a guy and he's not even around to hear it. You gotta keep me while I'm in the mood or I lose the feeling. Where the hell is Murtaugh?
Guess that's the difference between Jackson and I. Had a guardian angel looking over.
Difference between Jackson and me. And me. Sorry. The editor and me. Often notices stuff like this.
My shoulder.
I wouldn't even sit on the edge, y'all. I'd just like sit down.
Sit here.
Hey, Raj.
Yeah. I kind of feel like talking some more. Don't you dare ruin this moment.
Right? Because whenever you open your mouth, things get ruined sometimes. Okay. All right. Well, I ended up watching the entire episode. I was not planning to do that, to be honest. I mean, it's not tomorrow yet, but it's close to it. And I didn't think I had the energy to watch it, but I was in the mood. I just figured I'd maybe watch only about half of it. But if I've got the time and I actually feel like I can continue it, I like to go on and just press through. These episodes aren't terribly long, but it's a big chunk of time all at once. And I'm usually filming reactions to things that are quite a bit shorter. Anyway, I mean, by this point, we're fully settled into the characters and their interactions with each other, their dynamic, their chemistry, and as I have from the beginning, I like the growing bond between the two main characters. I'm just expecting that all these episodes are going to be very similar as far as that goes. They're going to have their little squabbles. They're going to have their little makeup sessions at the end. And then, next episode, they kind of going to start it over. Because that's sort of the formula here, at least, obviously. And it's not a formula that's, no, it's a pretty typical formula, is what I was trying to say. So, buddy type of show or story, and these are the sorts of things that play out in pretty much all of them. But this is a decent show, and I'm glad I'm taking the time to watch it. I sort of intended to watch it in passing years ago when it came out, but then I just never got around to it because there are so many shows that are of interest to me, and you can only dedicate but so much time to the things that you want to see. So you have to figure it out. I mean, the only reason I actually am watching this is because it's for the channel. Otherwise, I probably never would have gotten around to seeing it unless I was just had nothing to do or was sick with the flu and couldn't do anything except watch stuff or lie in bed. Editing myself. Anyway, I don't really feel like I've got a whole lot of commentary to add to this, except for just some of the things I was thinking about, the soldiers and all the crap they go through and how broken so many of them can become when they return home. And I can just imagine what a terrible experience that must be for so many of them. And yeah, It's something that they're volunteering for, but still it's a very big volunteer thing they're doing. It's certainly not something that most people would be willing to do because of all the sacrifice, basically, that you are making. You're sacrificing a stable home life because a lot of times people in the military, they're moving around all the time. You're sacrificing relative safety because if you're sent off to a war zone, your life is in peril almost every day. And you potentially sacrifice your mental health. Because look what the heck war does to people. Humans can be violent people, very cruel, very bloody. And that sort of nature has existed in mankind since forever. And no one group has a monopoly on being that way. None. Every culture, every sort of society, every civilization in history has done these sorts of things. As far as, brutality and everything like that. But the human mind, even though we have that capacity for it, it does something terrible to us to go through something like that. It can shatter you. And a lot of people, they don't have the capability of handling it on their own because it's such a damaging, awful thing to go through. And I used to think it was so... I used to think it was such a lofty thing to want to do. I mean, I very bravely toyed with the idea of joining the military. But that was just because I had an idealized idea, or, I had this imaginary, I can't think of the right word I'm looking for, but it was very romanticized in my brain about it. And there really isn't much of anything glamorous about it when you're actually in it. And it's not that I think that serving in the military isn't necessary in general for the safety of a country. It's just, I think it's awful what it does to people whenever they have to enter into conflict, and the things that they will find themselves doing that they would never do in the real world or in, normal life or whatever. And so anyway, this episode just kind of touches on that a little bit, what they have to go through. It's kind of sad. It's kind of a downer. I don't know. I guess because it kind of ties around to the things I've talked about before about men being viewed as expendable, and obviously the vast majority of a military force is made up of men. I don't know. It's a lot of things that men have suffered through. And this is one of those types of things, and I don't know. I'm just kind of coming back around to things I've mentioned before and repeating myself, but I don't know. Kind of depressing. Makes you mad. It just makes you mad too when you think about this concerted effort to demonize men that's been going on for the past few years, decades, just building to a point. It's so noticeable, it's so obnoxious. Anyway, well, I don't want to get on that rant again because I might never shut up, or I will just stop making sense. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude this commentary by saying I don't have anything else really to add. So I'm going to go ahead and stop for now, and we'll see you guys later. Hasta luego.